translate into that record. How important was that relationship for you to create? And also, how the heck did you do that as far as being able to translate that disc music to the point where, I don't know anyone that can get out as much music as you, know what I mean? Like, how did you develop that relationship to really, like, all right, this is what we're doing and get it over the finish line?
So, on the come up, head down, eyes closed, and don't talk. And try to sponge in as much as possible. And it's a lot easier than you think. You just gotta make it to the next day. And when you do, you get to the next day. And in 10 years, pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. And that was easy. All you had to do was not give up. That's all you had to do was not give up. I've seen thousands of people give up. Once you give up, there's somebody else ready to take that spot. And if you can hang on in the 350 number, one day, gets the spot. It's amazing.
Clap it up one time.
That was an amazing question.
I'm not gonna lie. Jeez. Let me say this. If I ever get a biopic, I want you to do the more. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
Y'all listening?
I felt that. I really did feel. All jokes aside, though, I felt that shit. That was real shit.
Yeah, man. Rance, I want to kick it to you, bro. I have a question. Thankfully, I was able to meet you in the studio and see your process in person of writing, and to see how you and the 1500 guys came with bars and the whole different dogs.
I've got you, Sam.
How do y'all work like that? Yeah, it felt like a jam session. Y'all played live, y'all went through a loop and just
push on, Sam.
Yeah, it felt like a jam session. How did that come about? And how did
When we first started, we only had one computer. Who did what, and everybody just their parts are in there, but it makes it so easy. It's hard. We all play it in the same format one time. It takes you songs every 5 minutes.
Right.
Bro, when he says 5 minutes, nigga means 5 minutes,
5
bro.
minutes for real.
Yeah.
OD. Last question, and I'll open it up to everybody else. Cardo, you know, one time I watched a video with you doing your rhythm roulette, and you got the phone call mid-session that you God's playing with #1. Right. That was real shit. I'm surprising you all day, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah, facts.
But in that moment, and I generally want to know that moment because I'm not gonna lie, that's a moment that personally as an artist, recording engineer, whatever, I'm sure a lot of us in here aspire for, a #1. How did that moment feel for you, just coming from how you came and stuff like that and everything?
Man, it was surreal. I don't know, man. I just knew my heart was in my throat for sure. So, like, what? Oh, damn, I started Millie rocking out nowhere. I did. You gotta watch the video.
Yeah, he did. He's not lying. Facts.
Crazy. So I started dancing. I was like, oh shit, this is insane. Yeah, it was
What's going on with that?
a bunch of crazy shit going on. I don't even know. I just know. I don't know. I like to be surprised like y'all. We've been working on this shit, you know, whatever we've been doing for like a long time. So, nah, that's my little bro, man. We just been having fun, just trying to be innovative with sound, bring back that madness, you know what I'm saying, with that high energy, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to replicate that a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
I'm excited. I can't wait for that.
Congratulations.
sure. And then obviously Alchemist, obviously pretty individual. And the record with the boy as well and stuff like that. How did that all come together?
Okay.
How did that come out? Like, how did you guys all band together? Like, how did that whole thing just come together?
I think Benny had the idea. Both of them had been working with Benny already. And yeah, he was like, yeah, I want that. So yeah, that was
Just simple. Right.
Like I've watched Benny from the West Side, brought him over, like just because they were all the way in the first day, then he was right. So he was already perfect. So yeah, that was yeah.
I've got
most
you,
of the
Sam.
beats I had already. I might have made a couple, but
Right.
Nice.
That was it. Okay. Well, first and foremost, before I even open up the question, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you so much for your contribution to what you do. So once again, man, I just want to say make some noise. This is amazing.
Absolutely.
For sure. I hope y'all enjoyed the panel. Shout out to engineers who put this all together. Make some noise.
Eliminated. Jump tomorrow. Okay, next target. Point accuracy. Contact. Tomorrow. Shoot.
Oh man, I go by the name of L. Gene. I'm here with my boy Larry Owen. I know who you guys are waiting for, so let's get right into it. You guys ready? So we have a legendary panel right now ready to talk. Y'all know him, y'all love him. We got the producer that's working with everyone from Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye. Y'all know the legend. We got an engineer that worked with Ariana Grande, Post Malone, Polo G. Y'all know him, y'all love him. So Baby Young and Kid and Hit Boy! Yeah. Let's go, my boy.
Lock and load tomorrow.
What's going on, brother? Yeah, baby.
Drones mech disabled.
So whatever, man. We got it. First of all, we started like this, yo. How y'all been, man? It's been a long time. I see y'all everywhere. How's everything?
Yeah, I just got out of track. It was a long ride over here. Yeah, solid beat, really. We ain't solid. You already dropped the album, the game, the big hit. Yeah. We dropped that first day of the year. Dropped the joints we just did half a million Bush album. I don't know, all of it. I need 7. 7 more.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Man, Hit. I can remember, man. Hit. I was super young when I first heard his record, and he was rapping on it. Insane. But over the years, he's done so much more, and even up to now you got Billboard Top 25 producers, hip hop, and you got the Grammy nomination. How does it feel to? Actually, I want to talk about this. When you got the Grammy nomination, you said something to the effect of, "Yo, I can't believe I did it. Just doing my own shit. Me, my father, and my shit." How does it feel to get such a high honor, just doing shit that you want to do?
Man, it's dope, you know what I mean? Because it just kind of lets you know that it's real, like you really know exactly what you want. You know what I mean? All these projects that I've been putting out is really kind of self-funded, you know what I mean?
Let us have it tomorrow.
All the way to marketing companies, you know what I mean? Like really everything you gotta do to make sure vision come right, doing it, you know what I mean? Kind of going like that.
First base down. You did it!
That's amazing, man. One thing I really admire about you is that you are out. His singles after his singles, but lately I've been seeing you really sitting down with artists doing an album. Was that something that
I'm
you
not
planned
picking
on
up
doing? or
any
did it
more
just
ghost mechs
organically
on the
come
radar.
about?
It organic. Like, bro, my whole career. I'm not a
Great
technical
work
person
tomorrow.
at all. I can't
Sam,
tell you
head to the way
a whole
station
lot about
terminal.
technical stuff, but I know about feeling, you know what I mean? So I just go off that. I just developed to this place where I just, when I play beats, artists, they just really, like I really know was supposed to do like, I thought he was gonna do one song. We ended up doing an album and put it out 2 days later, and it went #1 on iTunes. You know what I mean? It was done in one session.
Make some noise for that. That's insane, man.
You know what I mean?
Man.
And then so basically like 2 weeks after that, the Russell DM'd me out of nowhere. He was like, bro, man, let's get it in. Come to LA if you got time. Like, I just need, you know what I mean, a certain amount of records. And then we came through, I played them 8 beats, and recorded 8 songs, and now that album is coming out too.
Look
so,
at that,
so,
man. You just forever working, man. Look at that. And we a month in, not even. Look at that, man. I love to hear it, brother.
Oh, both those albums we had to mix in like 2 days.
Yeah, no, I was about to ask. So
2 days.
No, David is a big part of this whole thing. You know what I mean? It don't work in English.
Dropbox and they got 8 sessions, 10 sessions, and they drop in front of you. How do you react to that? How do you work?
Got a bucket. It's like you have to understand that you can't limit yourself. You've been here before. The doubt that you put in your mind will push you to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. So, you just gotta take a deep breath.
How often does that happen when you have like a super short deadline? How do you deal with that when you have a lot of deadlines?
I can answer that all the time because of me. It's my fault, you know what I mean? I'm always springing something on David. Like, man, listen, I can get by like 7 p.m.
Sam, Tarman here.
Spur of the moment.
The Magellan's
Yeah,
main
it's
cannon
funny because like I used to
is
pitch it,
online
and it was
and
like,
ready to provide fire support. Just give us the word and we'll send the rain.
But you get used to it, and eventually you're just like, all right, what needs to be done by? When's it submitting? Okay, here it go.
You get conditioned to that.
There's no point of complaining about it, you know. You still gotta get.
Yeah, no, I think it's just about like taking it there. Like one of the last times I was kicking it with Kanye, just where we at in a modern society with making music, we so good. We should make an album in one night, in one session, and I took that to heart. So I
David, man, we know you came to this country young. I'm a first generation man. I can to making this my damn career. I would love to hear your story about that.
Understood. Here it comes.
We didn't come right in time for riots. A year before the riots. So we're going to make it better for ourselves. We can make it that. There was a lot of turmoil going up on that front. It really taught me, I grew up around black friends, Mexican friends, Korean friends, like super elements. So fast forward getting into the studio, I felt comfortable, I felt comfortable working with the record, working with it. Like, you have that kind of discussion all the time. All the stuff that's happening, we always talk about try to be like secure. Like, oh, this is what it's
Chiral sensors overhead. Brace for potential impact right now.
I love it, man. Both of you guys are very transparent with this. Hey, man, you got one of the greatest commercials in audio history with the arcade ad.
Fire detected near the way station terminal. If the fire spreads, it'll be destroyed.
I wish they would have paid me
Sam,
more because
get
I
the
didn't know they was
terminal all
gonna
night.
run it all the time and have money
You're
on
Cupid
it.
ASAP. Then we can help put out the fire.
Arcade, I like.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to ask, which one you guys using right now?
Sam, we need to hurry.
It's a new
VST on IG, and next thing you know, it's really strange. VSTs, I really just have baby kind of bootleg from me. You know what I mean? Just try them out. If they're good, then we gotta get them.
I always cop them afterwards, though.
Yeah. How often do you use stock FL VSTs?
Almost. That's wave shaper, parametric, EQ, all that records. Mostly. But I mean, sometimes I don't even know what's I do like so much stuff. You know what I mean?
All we need to do is arcade, Game Boy pack.
Yeah, straight up.
We know y'all listening.
I actually got some coming soon. A pack for people that use FL. They gonna rock with it.
David, what you use as a new source you got there?
My decaf. I put that on all the drums. I've been using all the drums 11, Clarity module, super pretty. To as a side chain to drum out. So a lot of pop man, side chain, a track spacer.
That's awesome. I guess like the relationship between engineering and producing. How do you feel like how important is that to get that sound? With you guys?
I think it's just the thing of time. You know, putting that time in, making sure that the synergy. Like basically, you want to get it to the point to where you don't even have to say a word. Like, David, you know what you know what I mean. What I'm looking for, like he knows what's not going to we're pushing each other. I'm on FL, but I always play the cultures anyway, because that's what I do. So I do that. Bounce it out of FL, files on the Pro Tools.
Yeah, I wonder when you guys, I wonder if you guys record the big thing I work on pages is do you bounce the stuff before they start working?
Nah, for sure. You don't want to waste no time, so you definitely just putting a 2-track in there just to make sure that it come out right. You don't want to just put the files in there for no reason.
Absolutely.
So how we work is we'll record to the 2-track, and then when the songs are going to be used, we'll rally up and you'll bounce them down, throw them in, arrange them, and then good to go.
Got you. I wonder, what do you guys DAW journeys? Like, where did you start from? What was the first program? Whether it was an actual DAW or not, and all the way up to here.
Yeah, when I was 15, my homeboy downloaded FL Studio off of Kazaa. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, Kazaa.
And he, it was like video games, and it's always, and it's still to this day for me. Not to say I don't take it serious, I take it real serious, but I be having fun. Like it's like playing a video game on FL Studio. So I just always kept that as the base, and that's why, you know what I mean? I could do like 80 songs with Nas in 3 years or
Thanks
something
for the
like
help,
that,
Ray.
just because I'm cranking them out and having fun while I'm doing it.
Sam, this is Charlie. I commend you on a job well done.
Learn Pro
Terminal
Tools,
Fort Knott is
dabbled in
almost
studio
within reach.
Learn FL through him. Learning Ableton right now.
Now that
Yeah, I like learning new DAWs because like it's like driving.
calm down, you can return to the DHD Magellan for additional supplies if necessary.
Yeah. You gotta teach him some FL stuff. How does that work?
I just watch it.
I mean, then he's like sometimes he'll go track joints out for me, so he like he know about it.
When it comes to, I guess, use a lot of hardware, I see, you know, with your beats. Are you doing that in Pro Tools, or are you picking up the hardware stuff? Like you got maybe a drum machine or...
Yeah, I had up the MPC up, just taking the audio from
Is everything
MPC,
okay,
going
Sam?
to FL.
Right into
If you need to
Yeah,
take a
exactly.
moment
I
to
wasn't
recover before the
programming
next
for
fight,
but-
head to your room.
And I
In the
hop back off
meantime,
that lately.
we'll
I
keep
just
an
been
eye on the
straight
DHV
programming
Magellan.
on FL because it's like all the new tools and the search and everything that's there that I was begging and wishing for years ago is right there. So I'm like, speed through joints.
Yeah, them lifetime free updates.
And with
man.
the FL Cloud,
FL's definitely stepped up their game, bro. They've been listening, bro, and they've been going crazy.
big time.
I wonder, do you record straight into the playlist, or you an Edison type of guy? I know there's a million ways to record an FL.
Man, I started all type of ways. Like, yeah, I don't have a specific one way I do it.
Copy. One of the biggest things I've learned just looking around and being at some of these talks and NAMM is just less and more. So I would love to know, like, a time you made like a cinematic
I've been
beat or
mulling
something
over
crazy,
the words Victor
and you just
said
had to
to you
strip it down
earlier.
for the artists. Like they liked
He's
it
gone,
way better.
but he
Has that ever
still
happened?
feels so close.
Man, Niggas in Paris had a gang of other
There's a
sounds I had
universal
added.
truth
And
in
when I
that
got it
sentiment.
back, Kanye
The
stripped
closer
all
we
that
are
shit
to
away and
people
just
when
kept
they're
that
alive,
minimal
the
scent with the
stronger the
drums.
bond
And
we forge
that taught
with
me a
them in
lot
our
because
hearts.
to this day, that's like
No
still
matter how much time
you know, my
passes,
biggest money makers
I
as far as
still
the beat
feel our
goes. Was
presence.
Niggas in Paris, so I was just like, damn, like sometimes it's not about all that. You gotta like simplicity is key.
Yeah.
Did you? My bad. Did you like? Did that? I know a lot of producers that'll make them feel a certain type of way when that happens.
Oh,
when
yeah,
to say
for sure.
like, do you feel like? Did you feel a certain type of way, or did you like get it right away?
Nah, I mean, you know, niggas don't get emotional. Especially I was younger at the time, so you know, I wasn't all the way there. But at the same time, you know, I got there because it was Jay-Z and Kanye. What the fuck I'm finna say?
Gotcha. Yo, Dave, have you ever like found yourself taking out plugins rather than adding them in, or?
1000%. Cause like I used to fill my whole plugin chain, you know, with like 4 EQs, compressors, limiters, and vocal buses, and like sometimes you would be troubleshooting what you think is supposed to be on this plugin, and then you bypass it still there on another EQ, bypass that, and then eventually I just reset everything. Put like 2 EQs on and like 1 compressor, and it's like, wait, this sounds way better than it started with. Because you start as much as you want to add something with every plugin. Yeah. Sometimes you're adding, you know, unwanted noise. Sometimes you're subtracting things that are supposed to be there. So sometimes you just gotta take a step back and wipe it clean and start from scratch.
Got you. I guess for the room too, and me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm being selfish. What should go to EQ, bro?
Pro Q3. Pro Q3, but for subtractive, I've been using the Massenburg MEQ5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, MDW EQ5.
Gotcha. I noticed you have a lot of co-production credits. Do you feel like a lot more engineers should have co-production credits that necessarily don't get them, even though they're doing, you know, a lot of creative work in the back end?
Man, for sure, David. Man, he is a producer on the song too. You know, and anybody that's taking it serious, they gonna put their input on it, and I'm open to his ideas. Like he might do a break, he might get the beat in a certain vocal, add that dynamic, and I'm always open to that. So you know, he is a producer in the song as well.
To add to that, sometimes I'll be sweeping frequencies with an EQ, and then he'd be like, "That's hard," and I'm like, "Wait, what did I do?" So I go back and recreate it, automate it.
Yeah. That's super dope. Man, as an FL guy, man, you are literally like on that Mount Rushmore. So on my show, I like to do a $1 go segment. So I'm gonna ask you, would you rather give up and step to the Oh, David, I'm going to you next, bro.
I mean, how you gonna use the I guess I'm looking out for you. I'm gonna have to get rid of this stuff.
Copy. David, would you rather get, I know you're the short cut, bro. Would you rather get some shortcut or
But if you give up your shortcuts, then they won't work in a different car.
You can make it happen, I know you will.
I'm keeping the dog.
You the dog?
Yeah, I'm keeping the dog. No, scratch that. I'll keep the shortcuts. I'll keep the shortcuts. If I can't command save,
I'll stick with the one gotta go first. One gotta go, parametric EQ2 or Fruity Reverb. Fruity Reverb.
I use a different VST, like some RC20, and just do the reverb like that.
Gotcha, man. David, I would love to know, like, how long did it take for you to really get, I know we were just talking about just getting into getting to work. How long did it take you to really get to that point where you knew the workflow so
Okay, tomorrow. Ready? Open fire.
I could get you 8 records going.
it took me till now. I mean, I'm still learning, but our relationship goes back like 5 years or so, maybe longer, right? 6 years longer. 6, 7 years now. Yeah. When I first came in, I was like organizing files for and recording people that was coming in. It took a step for my mix ability to get to where I need to hire somebody else. So to me, like I'm still learning, and every opportunity I get, every fight I get, is a chance for me to be like, can I do this? You know what I'm saying? Can we do 7 songs in one day and then have it sound decent and have it sound great? Like, and then when you discover that you can do it. It's like, really
I've been seeing you go into content, bro. You know, content. So I wanted to know what made you want to start building
Ready to do this?
I think
Take him out
sense of
tomorrow.
community, like from my Twitch stream, we work by ourselves a lot. So having that community,
Suspect eliminated.
the feedback and advice coming from other people, that was really helpful. And sometimes it just gets lonely working by yourself. Even if you have a couple people you work with, like you understand,
Prepare to fire.
see different perspectives and things like that.
I'm gonna say that. You feel like you learn a lot from the community that are in there?
Definitely.
Man, what
definitely.
speakers is this playing? Like, this shit
Yeah,
loud.
the 808s downstairs. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. What's next for you guys? I know you got a million things on the table.
Man, like I said, we gonna come out with that La Russell project ASAP. More big hit music, more hit boy music. We just, locked in.
We got that Grammy in the way.
Man, that was beautiful. I love it.
Need that. I'm expanding into like the music a little bit more this year. Working on an album. Staying locked in the hit.
But even with that, he been to Korea so many times in the last few months, but even when I got a mix, he's like, man, just shoot it to me. I'ma still get it done.
Over there.
that's what he's
Engage.
That's what happened with Magic 3, I believe. Magic 3 or Magic 2. I was in Korea like next week, so I was like, send it. And I found a studio and I pulled it up and I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it like 80% there, so when I come home, I can take it back.
You have a studio.
I don't, not yet.
So how are you mixing it? Headphones? How are you?
No, I don't. I got a lot of homies. I got different brands out there. So like,
Keep firing. Only a few left.
Just strictly headphones, or is it always? Always from the best.
I got big ears, so like having headphones on is not a thing. And I haven't found like really comfortable set of headphones. Like I got the headphones by headphones too. Those sound really good, but after like 20 minutes, I don't like that over my ears.
How about like referencing mixes? Well, how do you go about referencing on different?
The win, right?
Hard tests to go to.
Hard test. There's so many times like he'll come outside for something, I'm in the car just listening to stuff. Or I'll come outside TV listening to stuff in the car. But like the phone, laptop, car test, and then loud and quiet in the big speakers.
I wonder, do you like for something like Paisley where it was such a quick turnaround? Do you wrap up the entire project and you just do it?
Contact sighted.
One at a time, like however we can. And shout out to Davis. Davis is over here. He's been he helped a lot. Davis is the recording engineer for Paisley Dreams and the Russell Project.
Yeah, man. And other than that, man, for the less than 1% of people in here, where can we find you guys?
My ID is just hitboy HITBLY.
My IG, social, David, Yellow.
Thank you guys for joining us, bro.
Are you hurt? Use a blood bag.
Big fat. All right, I want to start it like this, man. First of all, we got some superstars on the stage. Please make some noise one more time. Yeah, man. It's amazing. I do want to start with Samino and Elton. You guys have worked a lot together and
All
just
ghosts make
are the
contact.
definition
Neutralized.
of getting that dream team together. So I wanted to know, how did you guys come about that?
That That was brilliant, Tomorrow.
Classic
Sam,
Studios.
the way to Terminal Fort Knox
Period.
is all clear.
That's the one place in Chicago that is, a creative hub, and we just so happen to fall into that place, and just clicked. Started out with friendship. We used to just bullshit, you know what I mean, at the studio, waiting for the off hours after all the sessions was done. Oh, let's get in, you know what I mean, at like 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So, and then from there we kind of use that as a training ground.
Yeah, you guys have some classic records around that record. Outside of that, you guys have worked on so many records together. I just want to know, how do you guys keep that going? Like, it's an amazing process there, guys. How is that process as an artist? How important is that to have a team that's so reliable? And you work for everything.
Yeah, I really feel like having like the gang really in general kind of just provides like the safety net of like understanding. You know how you feel crazy when you're on to something, but it's like they crazy with me. So it's like really, to reiterate what he was saying, we used to be at Chris Classic Studios in Chicago. Shout out to Classic Studios, real shit. We used to be out there in Chicago, bro, like late nights, real late nights, and we started this thing called Zero Fatigue because we could only get the graveyard shift, you feel me? Like, we had to record when it was free, so we was doing what we could to just stay close to the music, close to each other, all that. My brother Monty Booker, too, like, big factor in all this, too, so absolutely. The gangs, everything,
Yeah.
It's the sound.
Yo, Smee, I got a question for you, man. So, like, shout out to St. Louis for one, man. Your boy from St. Louis, too, man. Can we get some St. Louis energy in here? All right. Yo, but, all top, like, man, a big thing in St. Louis, man, is leaving your hometown to go and kind of get that grind up somewhere else. That was something that I felt like, I did in my career, I left St. Louis, moved up to New York and did a lot of things. And for you, like, you moved to Chicago and instantly, like, found a home and a family. I don't know if it was instantly, but, like, can you, like, kind of just give us some insight on what that process was like? How is it? Because some of us need to get out of our hometowns and go and find our musical family in other places. Like, what kind of advice would you give us, or kind of give us some insight into what it was like for you?
I mean, for me, I had badass grades in high school. I ain't gonna stunt. I was always smart, but like, the task at hand never really was like the most important thing. Like their agenda at school, I was like, shit, I'm finna do this. But I knew that young, so I just kind of was kind of rebellious to what my peoples wanted. So long story short, I graduated and I asked my pops, could I go to Columbia College in Chicago? And he was like, hell nah, like 40 bands a month, you feel me? Like, I mean a year tuition, you feel me? And I only went for a year, you know what I'm saying? But being out there, the first, like you said, it was instant. As soon as I touched down, my cousin Drea Smith, she's an artist, and she introduced me to Chris. Took me to a basketball court. I seen a bunch of Asian niggas hooping. I'm like, damn, like where I'm at. And shit, he gave me the keys to his pop's crib with my homie Jeff Jackson. He took me to his pop's crib, and I went in the basement, and my head was bust, bro. I was like, how you got all this equipment down here, like graffiti on the walls at your daddy house, they in here smoking? You feel me? So it was just a different vibe and a different scene, and I instantly just wanted to be there. So I was like, shit, I'll intern, bro, whatever you want. He like heard a couple songs, it was like, nah, you could just record here.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's amazing to hear, man.
That's dope. And then I'm sorry, but I want to get your perspective on that, Russell, too, because you from the Bay Area and you stayed there and you was able to build something. Like, how was it? Like, how did your scene happen? Did you ever feel like you needed to leave or go outside of where you was at to bubble up?
I did feel that need early, but I was broke. So it was like, it wasn't an option, you feel me? So for me, it was like, well, I'm gonna be here. I might as well try to build everything I need while I'm here.
That's amazing to hear. Russell, while we on you, bro, I know I do not speak for myself when I say the transparency in your process is so inspiring as a fellow creative, bro. Kudos to you for being so open. I wonder what kind of caused you or made you want to document your process so openly?
Cause that shit be happening anyway. It be happening, so it's like, why not? Yeah. And I like to, it's just easier than creating content sometimes, because it's like if I just live and the camera's on and a moment happens organically, then I never have to sit and have these long marketing conversations of what I need to do. Is like, nah, something dope happened naturally, let's share that. And people connect with that more. So for us, it was just like it was a no-brainer because it was already happening.
Yeah, it's like, as a creative, sometimes it feels like when you're creating content for the purpose of creating content, you fail. It's a bunch of like failures, but then you catch
It
on and you
starts feeling
fail.
like a job, and most people hate their job. Like eventually, no matter, even if you're doing something you love, like when you do it a certain way for so long, you're gonna grow this disdain towards it. So you really have to figure out how to monetize your living. You know, the things that you do every day, if you could figure out how to monetize that and just show it, it's far easier.
Yeah. Going back to the, I'm sorry, brother.
How long would you say, the average, like how long did it take you from going from like, making nothing on your craft and your passion to like getting where you're at now? Like how long was that process? Like for people that think that it just happens like this, or see something that happens maybe overnight to them where they don't know the full backstory.
Yo, we back with another one when he thought it wasn't gonna be another one. A song me, dude, hit different. We back with another episode. Woo, it hit different.
Yes, sir.
Dave Blunt, break. Oh yeah. I can't do your voice. I'm not even finna try. I'm not even finna try it, bro.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
I'm not even finna try it, bro.
Yeah.
You good at what you do, bro.
Thank you. You're good at what you do too, man.
Like, let's just start there, bro.
Hell yeah.
The man, the myth, the legendary Dave Blunts, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
It's a pleasure to finally have you on the platform, brother.
Pleasure's all mine, man.
It hit different. Break the shit down. Now, Dave, we gon' where should we start at? Because I usually say, let's start there. Now, on Phonem, my platform is a mixture of some realness, a little comedy here and there on Phonem Gray. Break the shit down. Now, what do we start with Dave Blunts? Do we start with the real shit, or do we get right into the humor? Like, break the shit down.
We can start wherever you feel best is the best place to start.
Bro. I see you got your lovely wife. This your wife? My wife? My wife? Under the Young Boy Act. You got your wife up here.
Yes, I have my wife, yes.
Okay, break this shit down. Is that the one you be talking about in them songs? Let's start there.
Well, I have a past of mentioning a bunch of names in songs of women that I've dealt with in the past.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Can you see your dick? Let's just start there. Can you see your dick, Dave Blunt? We gonna start there. Is this the one you was talking about? I got a new girl and she don't care if I can see my dick or not. Break it down.
Well,
what song was that? Bigger? What song?
Yeah, that song was called Bigger.
Break the shit down.
Well, the way that I would break that down is, when I'm making my songs, it's a lot of, what people think about me, and so I put that in my music. You know what I'm saying? Rather it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? So niggas see me, that nigga can't see his dick. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, let's use that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. So it's just like J Maine talking about his ball spot.
Yeah, but that's real.
You on some bullshit.
No, my bad.
You on some bullshit.
Yeah.
So you telling me you can really see your dick? That's what you're trying to tell me. You can really see your dick.
What I will say on that is I don't have to see it in order to use it. And that goes for anybody. That goes for anybody.
The man, the myth, the legend, bro. It ain't different. Okay, so with that being said, y'all remember off Nutty Professor when he was my dick. I mean, see my dick. Y'all remember that whoop?
I actually haven't seen that movie.
You ain't seen the Nutty Professor, bro?
No, I haven't seen that.
You never seen Nutty Professor when Eddie Murphy got the old whoop?
No.
My dick. I can see my dick. Like he was happy he could see his dick.
That sounds funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play that whoop for you. Like before I leave out the studio.
Movie night?
Look, break the shit down now.
Okay.
With it Netflix and chill? Like how you be whooping? You and your girl be Netflix and chill?
Yeah, with my girl. But in this situation, I don't Netflix and chill with other men. But like I said, movie night. You know what I'm saying? Get some popcorn. I think I got my pajamas in the car. So.
You whooping.
My bad. All right.
Now I don't have movie nights with me in, bro.
Okay.
Let's break this shit down.
Okay. All right. My bad. I'm over whooping.
Now, when it come to Dave Blunts, bro,
how was this name even, like, how did this name even come about? But we're gonna start with a little bit of that.
Okay, so how it came about is I used to be like on Facebook a lot and shit, and my Facebook kept getting banned. So I have to come up with different names and shit. And one day I was smoking a blunt, shit. I was like, what do I name it? And I just looked at my blunt, I'm like, Dave Blunts. And then when I started making music, I didn't have a computer to upload the shit to SoundCloud. And I was making songs on my phone. So I would screen record it on my phone and just upload it to Facebook. I never came up with a rap name, but that was the name of my account. So people was like, oh, you're making music, and the account name is Dave Blunts. Dave Blunts, and just kind of stuck.
Okay, break this shit down. So, do Dave Blunt smoke a lot, or like what?
I used to at the time. Like that was the name that I made when I was like 19. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I haven't smoked since I was 20. I'm 25 now.
25.
I quit like 5 years ago. It was really like an addiction for me. Like that was the basis of my personality was weed. I'd wake up, I'd be high from the time I woke up till I went to sleep.
And one of your songs, I heard that I feel like you said you don't know how to lose weight.
Yeah, I did say that before. I've said that a few times. Yeah.
So break that shit down. So I'm skinny as hell, and people be like, J-Man, I just stopped smoking weed recently. That's why I'm bringing this up. So I'm about 31 days clean. So today the 7th? Okay, it's not the 7th yet. It's still the 6th. But matter of fact, I'm from Chicago, so we 2 hours behind. So on phone number, I'm 31 days clean. Break the shit down for me. Break the shit down. Can I get a hand clap, Dave? Break the shit down. Like, it hit different. I was clapping for you on phone number. Before I ever met you, I was clapping for you. Oh, that's my nigga. I swear to God, I can't wait to meet folks. It hit different, bro. Let's start there. I appreciate that, bro. I need a little hand clap. Okay, stop clapping, Dave.
I'm sorry.
It hit different.
No, man, I was just trying to. I was over whooping.
You was over whooping.
I thought I was whopping, but I was over whooping. My bad, sorry.
So I done back to the.
I'm down the street. I'm doing video right now. I'm down the street.
a summing mixer, but adding a summing mixer was always an extra hassle that really hindered my workflow. Not with the NG Soundbox, the digitally controllable summing mixer. Let's take a quick look at the front panel. We have metering for all the channels. We have the width control, output, the iron pad. We have insert 1, insert 2, and we can change the insert order. We have the power button on the left side. Then in the back we have the outputs, we have the monitor out, we have external input, we have the inserts, then the DB25 connectors, USB and Ethernet, plus the power cable. It's a pretty heavy unit, and I can already see the big chunky transformers inside it. I don't know if you can see those. Let me test Soundbox or out vector. I want just the VST3. Everything is connected. Next, start. While we wait for the firmware upgrade, I'm really excited to change the studio and integrate the NG Soundbox like I did. I'll be using stem. Then I feel that I'm underutilizing the full power of the summing. I have to test things out just to make sure that I get the best results out of the NG Soundbox. The difference between the two approaches is the fact that with the second one, where I use more inputs into the NG Soundbox, the export time is going to be longer. Because if a client asks for trackouts for the stems, I have to do a couple of passes of exports. I know the NG Soundbox has direct outs, and I can print those, but then I have to recompose the kick, the snare, the percussion into a single stem. I don't think that's a truly major negative. With sending individual elements, I think I'll be gaining a lot with the THD on individual channels. For example, the kick can truly be mono because the NG Soundbox has a true center. Same with the bass, the 808s. If there's too much of a hassle, then I'll go back to having just main stems, maybe split the lead vocals and the background vocals, maybe have multiple music buses going out, maybe separate the kick and the snare from the percussion. I think that's an option that I have. The firmware upgrade is done. Now we should see in the, basically a VCA for all the faders in the session, the width, output, the iron mode, and with the iron mode we'll be able to push into the transformers and reduce with the iron pad, the inserts, nice, and we can change the order, view meters, then we have the channels, and we can use the channels in mono mode but linked, or as a stereo. Then we have the direct output, pre or post fader, solo mute for the channels, THD, this is what I want to try out, but in this current setup I don't think it's possible because the external input is not seen as a channel. It's just a basic straight into the box, straight out type of input. Then we have groups, nice. We can group everything. We can rename the channels. I really amazing. Again, we have a link function here in the middle where we can push the output, and at the same time the iron pad will increase or decrease. You can already hear that we can get a lot of character just from the red mode on the NG Sandbox. Let's add some musical element to this, just to make sure that we can test out properly the HD. I will finish up all my projects, set the NG Sandbox the way it's supposed to be, using all the channels, and I'll be getting back to you probably with a setup video and then with an actual sound demo of the
Sam, over there! Pay attention to that ghost mech! It looks stronger than the others. Keep your wits about you.
be completed now.